EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, from the Ocean Course at Kiawah Island, we bring you first-round coverage of the Carolina Open. This is going to be a compelling 4 days of golf. A lot of storylines to follow as we move through the weekend, and we take a look at the leaderboard here in round one. We've got a tie at the top at 2 under par. Meanwhile, our featured golfer looking to get off to a hot start and maybe make an early move up the AM leaderboard. Frank, this tournament here at Kiawah, a special one, no question in its own right. It's so beautiful here, and there's a lot at stake. But for a young golfer, just curious, how do you keep the focus on the here and now, knowing full well that next week is the Masters?
That's the magic question, Rich, and I think that's really the definer of the best in the game and the also-rans. I would put it down to an old cliche, tomorrow never comes. Right? We always live in today. And if you have to resist looking forward, we know a huge event is going to be the following week. But really, as an athlete, you have to get better day by day. So the goal today is to be a better player today than what you were yesterday. Tomorrow, which I know I just said never comes, you've got to do the same thing again. And a good iron shot, just not quite as close as what we'd all want to finish, but still.
Iona Stephen is at the first green. This for birdie.
Yeah, this is pretty much as straightforward as you could ask for from this distance. Start it online. It's got a good chance of finding the cup.
Yeah, that's a pretty good putt. Just a little bit off the mark. Okay, that's in for par here at the first, and he'll stay at level par. Frank, looking out onto that marsh, no doubt there are alligators roaming around, so it's a good time to remind our players that this is where they decide how much of that marsh they want to bite off with the tee shot here.
Yeah, I don't really advise biting too much off, Rich. This is almost an S-shaped par 5. I mean, there's a long run-up down that right side, so basically anything in a straight line, a good tee shot, still going to be able to reach.
That one flirting with the left edge of the fairway. Another very nice tee shot. He looks awfully comfortable here with these first couple of drives. Well, just a good solid shot right there with that 3-wood, Frank.
It's an aggressive layup, really trying to force that 3-wood down and get it as close as possible to the green. That's 2 good shots if you can't reach the par 5.
And that's going to leave some work, but it'll end up okay. He has a 12-footer here. Good speed there. That'll leave just a couple of feet. That finished off for a par here with the second, and he'll stay at even par. Up next, the 390-yard par 4 third, where you stand on an island-like tee, driving across the marsh to an extremely wide fairway. You have to be precise on your approach here because of the elevated tabletop green. Miss the putting surface, and par is a challenge. And that will be more than adequate. It's safely into the fairway. Down on the course, let's check in with Nota Begay III.
He's looking at 106 yards to the front, 115 to the hole. Wind definitely hurting in his face.
It is always so disappointing from that kind of a spot when you come up short.
Yeah, you're licking your chops over that one. A shot you think you could hit directly at the flag. Now, test for the short game. Lovely pitch shot. Just nipped that ball off the turf. Just flew through the air beautifully. Sat down fairly quick as well. Good shot.
Nicely done. It is a par here at the third. And he'll stay right where he is. Frank, a great designer like Pete Dye keeps you on your toes. So after the short third, you come to the long par 4 fourth. This is all you want, especially off the tee. You can let it rip.
You're right. It's a big par 4, that blind tee shot. That's one thing. Those bunkers down the right side. But if you don't find the fairway, irrespective of where that wind's coming from, you start having to zigzag your way around a hole that's nearly 500 yards long.
Breeze at his back shoulder as he lines up his second from the fairway. A long one coming up here for birdie. Just going to sneak on by. Okay, that one finished off. It's a par here at 4, and he'll remain right where he is. Here we are now at the first par 3 on the course, 207-yard fifth. Massive green will entice you, but be careful. If you're on the wrong part of the putting surface, a 2-putt will be a challenge. Oh, that's not going to be good. Second shot now, here at the par 3. "15 feet away." Oh, that'll bring a wry smile. A very good putt there to save his par. And he'll stay right where he is. Heading back toward the clubhouse, now we find the par 4 sixth hole at 490 yards. Right-handed golfers want to play this right to left to give themselves a good look at this green, where the lone major concern is the bunker short and left. Well, you can't walk out and drop it any better than that. That is a fine tee shot right there. Ready for a second shot, trying to knock it on the green. That's got to be disappointing. Good lie in the fairway, and the approach winds up in the bunker. Okay, pretty big swing necessary there, and that's not all that bad from that far away. Nicely read there. It is a par here at the 6th, and he'll remain right where he is. Super wide fairway here at the par 5 7th. Definitely reachable in 2. I think you'd be disappointed if you didn't walk off with a 4 here.
That's certainly the plan of most people on this hole, Rich, and I just think of that old adage that I was taught as a kid, and it's great for these holes. It still works. Tee it high, let it fly. Absolute beauty. That second shot got all the way down by the green, but in the bunker. So we'll have to see what the explosion shot can do from here. Really need a birdie right now.
Has it now sitting at 2 under par for the tournament. On to the 8th hole now at 198 yards, par 3. Like so many of the greens on this front side, if you don't land it just right, there's a hard slope around the edges, so having the distance dialed in here is a must. That's going to be on the putting surface, and a birdie looks straight ahead. Noted this for birdie.
Yeah, really not a whole lot in this. Maybe just start it around the left edge, but it's fairly flat all the way.
Oh, yes, indeed. The line there, perfect. It is in for a birdie. The final hole on this front side is a right-to-left par 4 at 514 yards. A lone pot bunker right off the tee must be avoided, and most players will be left with a mid to long iron into a green with more than its share. Oh, that was a beautiful golf swing right there. Everything working in harmony and a great result in the fairway. Well, had a good look at the green, but couldn't cash it in. In the rough now, wondering what might have been. "19 feet away." Oh, there's a good putt. Well done here at the 9th, as that will save par. And that's going to be a 3 under 33 on this front side. Through 9 holes, good time to take a deep breath and look out at that spectacular panorama, which this tee does allow you to do, Frank, as it sits right atop a sand dune. It's really pretty.
It is, and it's another hole that still goes in that westerly direction. When you look down at this fairway, you have to respect the right side. Right side is a complete and utter no-no. That's where all the big numbers come. So if you're going to air a little on the left side. The hole does open up. Second shot's going to have to be played across the bunker, but this par 4 gets your attention to start the back 9.
So he'll come at it from the left side of the fairway as he gets set now for his second shot. Looking to splash this softly onto the green. That one kind of took off on him. That'll happen sometimes coming out of the bunker, and that scoots right on by. Oh, and a shot in the arm there to start the second 9. That's in for par here at 10, and he'll stay at -3. Not much is straightforward here at the Ocean Course. This 11th is proof positive of that at a stout 593 yards. A handful of half-moon bunkers right are what to avoid on your tee shot, but even I'll tell you what, that swing absolutely perfect and a good result as well. What a good shot that is. Home and 2 on the par 5. Remember, made eagle earlier in the round, Frank. Now maybe a chance for a second.
I know we can't call it a double eagle, but talk about aggression in these par 5s. Way to stand up there and just hit the shot.
That's a good eagle putt there. Beautifully weighted, and just a short one left for birdie. A great opportunity here for birdie. You bet, a birdie here at the 11th. More fun now from Pete Dye here at the par 4 12th. This is the widest fairway on the golf course, but then it is one of the narrowest approaches.
Yeah, it's also the start of 2 very important par 4s here at Kiawah Rich, because the drive here and 13 has to be spot on. This one has bunkers, but both second shots will have water in play.
Boy, a good round going here on this Thursday, and that another fine effort off the tee. So Iona, this his second from the fairway.
He's looking at 121 yards to the front of the green. 130 is the number to the flag. Pin in the middle, so it's a green light.
Really nothing wrong with that approach shot. Just a little shy of where you'd like to finish up, but still, one good putt, maybe a birdie.
Good job of deadening it right by the hole, but he could not get it to go in. That one safely in, and it's a par here at 12. And this will stay a one-shot lead. The par 4 13th here at the Ocean Course is a beauty, demanding strategy off the tee. Challenging the canal running down the right side allows you to possibly shorten the hole, but playing away from the canal brings a cluster of pot bunkers into play left. Beautiful tempo to that swing, and this is going to wind up squarely in the fairway.
It's been a beautiful round of golf today. It's been a clinic with the irons, and well, more evidence there. The swing, the strike, and look how close that is.
Just like that, it's a birdie here at 13. And that's going to stretch the lead to 2 shots. The first of our holes where that ocean really comes into view is this one, the par 3 14. Go ahead, soak it all in, breathe that ocean air. It's nice, isn't it? But you'll need to snap to quickly because at 238 yards, this is no ordinary par 3. Boy, that one did not want to slow down at all, and it winds up running right through the green. Looking back up from behind the green, a second to this par 3.
Woo, Nelly. Whizzes past the hole. A difficult putt coming now.
Nope. Safely in. It's a bogey here at 14. And with it, the lead is back down to 1. The 15th is a par 4 at 466 yards. The landing area is a little more benign than some of the other par 4s on the course, but missing left up near the green is where the score could really start to add up.
Talking, that is impressive.
Let's see what they do from a good lie in the fairway. 180 yards to go. Good, clean contact and a nice result, and a chance for birdie coming up. Oh, goodness, that is too bad. That would have been a good birdie, but not to be. Okay, a solid par here at the 15th, and this will remain a one-shot advantage. Final par 5 of the day here at the Ocean Course is the 16th. Frank, this was a pivotal hole down the stretch at the 2021 PGA Championship.
It certainly was reachable in the right conditions, but you look at that fairway, even though it's wide, it's split in 2 sections. The right side is the flat side and the top side. The left side of this fairway, it all runs down to the hill. Got to be a little lucky, but good looking hole. That green sitting up on the top of the hill as well with huge sandy area on the left. So if anything, just respect the right side when you're coming into this par 5 green. But remember, you are playing a great par 5.
He just keeps motoring right along. Another good tee shot right there. Still well over 300 yards to the flag. So getting this to a good number, the key here for his second. Third shot, looking for a good one.
That's a head scratcher. That approach shot from relatively close in. I would have been looking at 10 to 15 feet.
Yep, not bad. Had to put a little extra into that one, but got it there. That's a pretty good effort. Okay, that'll be a par here at 16. and he'll remain at 4 under. You think TPC Sawgrass has Pete Dye's most diabolical par 3 17th? This one is a close second at 223 yards. It is a full carryover water to a green that slopes left to right towards the water. If you try to play it safe and go left, 2 deep bunkers are there to make life difficult. All right, you take those all day long. On the green, chance for birdie coming up. Iona's down there. This for birdie.
Yeah, it's a long putt, so pace is important, but there's not a whole lot to it. I fancy the chances of getting this close.
Yeah, he had a pretty good run at that, but it won't go down. Still pretty good from there. No problems there. That's a par here at 17. And he'll stay right where he is. Time to get it to the house. Here we are at the par 4 18. Look, championship level golf. Frank, you know this. You contended at the majors. You want a hard-earned par on that final hole. And this is every bit of it.
And more, that's for sure, too. When you stand on this tee, it's over 500 yards long as par 4. And to remember the rest of the golf course, you are finishing a round on the longest championship golf course in the history of the game. Well, it's a rarity on the PGA Tour, but a perfect 14 for 14 off the tee. This has been a marvellous exhibition.
He's 11 feet away. Not that time. Pretty good effort, but it'll wander a couple of feet by. Okay, a shake of the head as that one is finished off. And he's going to slide backwards to 3 under par. One last look at the leaderboard, Frank. Our featured golfer down, but not out after day 1.
Yeah, they might have to take the standing 8, though, or hit the reset button. This can easily go the wrong way very quickly. Tomorrow, important.
EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. From the Ocean Course at Kiawah Island, it's live second-round coverage of the Carolina Open. Things starting to slowly take shape here on this Friday. For some, it is a race for the top prize. For others, it's a fight to stick around for the weekend as we show you the leaderboard. Colm Tarren, the Englishman, is your leader. He shows the way at 7 under. And our featured golfer, 4 shots back as we get things going.
An awkward little bunker shot. Just splash it out, let the ball run towards the flag.
That's how to get the morning off on the right foot. That'll change your mood quickly. It is a chip-in birdie here at number 1. Frank, looking out onto that marsh, no doubt there are alligators roaming around. So it's a good time to remind our players that this is where they decide how much of that marsh they want to bite off with the tee shot here.
Yeah, I don't really advise biting too much off, Rich. This is almost an S-shaped par 5. I mean, there's a long run up down that right side. So basically anything in a straight line, a good tee shot, still going to be able to reach.
And this round starting off strong after the birdie at the first. This in the fairway at number 2. This is an 11-foot putt. That's a confident roll right there. Well done. It's a par here at the second. And he'll remain 3 shots off the pace. Now to the third hole. The par 4 is 390 yards. You're going to drive across the marsh. The fairway is expansive. Really, the challenge here is that approach shot. It's a tabletop green. If you miss it, it will be a hard. That is poetry in motion right there. What a golf swing, and a big drive as well. Second shot coming up. Let's check in for the first time with Notavigay III.
Looking at 104 yards to the front, 119 to the hole. Wind definitely hurting in his face.
And safely on deck. That's the main thing, but from that distance, you really don't want to leave yourself like a knee knocker, like a 4 or 5 footer. So this first putt's going to have to be good.
Oh, yes. Plenty of pace to get up that slope. It is in for a birdie. And he moves to 2 under for his round and -5 overall. Frank, this is the hardest hole on this outward side, a place where you can let the big dog, as they say, let the big dog eat, let it rip.
Yeah, but you still have to be cautious here because you've got to get the ball solid. It's a long carry just to get over the wetlands. And then there's 3 bunkers down that right side. Perfectly placed, all for a different length of a tee shot.
Solid, a good drive in the fairway. Digs into the bunker, getting set to play the third shot. That one finished off. It's in for par. And he's going to stay 2 back. Par 3 fifth here is 207 yards. It's one thing to hit the green, but it's another to navigate it. If you're on the wrong side, you might have a difficult time just 2-putting. at where that is going to wind up. That is as good as it gets.
Right, not only is this the biggest green on the golf course, we are at the easternmost point of the ocean course.
It's a nice view. Remember when Pete Dye designed this golf course, his wife Alice actually said you can't really see the ocean. So what they did is they raised the whole golf course, all the playing levels, up 6 feet. Now you've got a tremendous view from this corner.
The first of 8 straight holes heading due west is here at the par 4 6th, 490 yards. It's a slight dogleg to the left, but if you can avoid the waist area running down that left side, that makes birdie a good possibility. That one gonna split the middle, maybe get a little rollout as well. That is a good, solid tee shot. From the fairway nota, this is second.
Looking at 112 yards to the front, 146 to the hole, coming off a birdie on the previous, looking for 2 in a row.
Gonna have to accelerate through the sand here to give this enough carry. Just too tough to control out of the sand. That one unable to hold the green. It'll run off into the short stuff. Okay, that's probably about what you'd expect from a wedge, so that's in the acceptable range. Good putt there. It's a bogey 5 here at the par 4. And now he's going to fall a couple of shots off the pace.
Second par 5 here on the front side, Frank. If you don't make 4 here, I think you're losing ground to the field.
I'd agree with you, Rich. The biggest thing here is just a solid tee shot because it's going to be within reach with a good tee shot. If you didn't hit your best, then you have to be careful with those trees up on the right side by the green. I've caught a few people out over the years. While there's good bounces, there's bad bounces. That was a good one. And that second shot on this par 5, it just came out too low, came out like a bullet. That first bounce wasn't going to stop, second bounce wasn't going to stop, and just ran over the back.
Okay, a good out, and that's what will remain for birdie. Yes, runs that one right in. It's a birdie here at the 7th. And he's got it to 3 under now, just 2 back. They say long is rarely a good miss at the ocean course. Never is that more evident than here at the par 3/8. It is another elevated green where anything that skips over the back will leave a semi-blind shot out of a deep waist area. And that one not on the green, but not in a terrible spot either. Sitting up in the short grass. Okay, that in for par here at the 8th. And he'll stay a couple of shots off the lead. Hole number 9 here at the Ocean Course is a long par 4 at a robust 514 yards. Flat lies difficult to find anywhere from the rolling fairway to the undulating green. A 4. Oh, that was a beautiful golf swing right there. Everything working in harmony and a great result in the fairway. Second shot coming up, and we say hello to Iona Stephen.
Yes, it's 126 yards left to the flag. Wind coming from behind, so you'll need to be careful where you land it.
I always looked inside that 15-feet circle. Anything inside that was going to be a good shot. So in my book, that's a good shot.
Nothing to it. Well done. It's a birdie here at the 9th. And that'll mean this is a 32 on the front, 4 under par.
Here we go, making the turn, par 4, 10th hole. And Frank, what's in front of the player right now?
I prefer to see this hole, Rich, as a slight dogleg left to right. Then that way it takes out the temptation to mess around with that right side. Nothing wrong with hitting it a little left of center.
And that ball absolutely walloped. That is a big drive there.
Great drive straight down the fairway here. And the second shot is just over 90 yards.
A pretty ideal wedge distance here, 95 yards for his second.
In golf, you know, you've heard the term mulligan. You'd love that a do-over there, wouldn't you? I mean, that's just, wow, that's very poor from that range.
Yeah, tough to know just how far out to the right to play that one. I mean, that was not far enough. So that's in for par to start this backside. And he'll stay at 7 under. We arrive here at the 593-yard par 5 11th. Off the tee, it is imperative to miss the sand areas on the right side. On the second shot, best to lay up to the right, taking the waist area on the left side out of play. Do that, and you'll have a good chance at a good score. Looking for a strong finishing kick here on this Friday to get set up for the weekend, and that another good drive here. Really hit that second shot on the button to this par 5, but Frank couldn't get it to stop.
Yeah, too good, too long, sadly.
All right, not exactly what you're hoping for, but safely on the putting surface with birdie still in play. Pretty good read there. Definitely good speed, and that just skips a foot or so by. So that brushed in for par here at 11, and he'll remain right where he is. The 12th at 484 yards sometimes feels like two different holes wrapped into one. At the tee, all you're seeing is, a nice expansive fairway. But stand over your second, and you'll see that lagoon set right up on the edge of this green. we'll do just fine. Just over 90 yards, all that's left here for his second. Oh, would you expect anything less with the way things are going? Everything is dropping right now, even balls from off the green. 2021 PGA Championship. This par 4 13th hole was a nightmare for a number of players, including Louis Oosthuizen and the eventual champion, Phil Mickelson. What makes it so hard, Frank?
There's nothing comfortable on this hole, Rich. It's actually one of my favorite holes, and one of the reasons why. You see the sort of sandy bunkery area there on that left side, all perfectly in play for a tee shot. So now the decision is, do I hit it short of them? If I do, I have a longer second shot. Do I challenge them? Well, if I don't find the fairway, now I'm in bigger problems. And that's just the tee shot. The second shot, that water laps almost right up to that right edge of the green. I think it's a great par 4. Good approach shot. And birdie putt coming up. Approach shot just a little right, little short.
Chance now for another birdie.
And he's seemingly had no problem with his reads all round long, so this shouldn't be too difficult.
Got it there, but not quite on target. Okay, safely in for par here at 13. And he's going to stay 2 clear of the field. The par 3 14th, one of the most beautiful holes on the Ocean Course, but also one of the most treacherous at 238 yards. Miss the green here, and you could easily be staring at bogey or worse. How about the touch there? Beautifully done. So now eyeing this one for birdie. Easy does it there. It's a birdie at 14. And he draws 3 shots clear on this Friday. On to the 15th, a par 4 at 466 yards. Plenty of room in the fairway off the tee, making this definitely a second shot hole. Because trust me, you do not want to miss left and find yourself in a waste area you need a ladder to get in and out of. Looking for a strong finishing kick here on this Friday to get set up for the weekend, and that another good drive here. Well, had a good look at the green, but couldn't cash it in the rough now, wondering what might have been. Nearly had it, just going to wander a foot or so by. Okay, a bogey here at the 15th. And the lead is going to drop down to a single shot. Normally you look at par 5s as definite scoring holes. You may want to think twice about that here at the 16th. It can oftentimes play longer than it's listed 581 yards. The defining feature is the incredibly deep bunker left of the green. Anything down there is a bogey or worse waiting to happen. And that, a good-looking shot there, well placed in the fairway. Now a second from well over 300 yards. This will be about positioning. Ready for his third shot. Needs to hit this close.
You'd think he'd be good at bunker shots. He's been in so many today.
Might want to take a shovel with him. Gonna have to try and give this a good thump to fly it to the hole. Yeah, look how quick that was. Very difficult to get that to stop, even out of the sand. And that race is right on by. That one just gonna sneak on by. Okay, in for a bogey at 16. And he'll drop out of the lead and wind up a shot back. Now to one of the most famous holes in recent major championship golf, the 17th, the par 3. And Frank, I don't want to plant seeds of doubt. But when I stare at this hole with the water, I'm thinking about disaster and calamity. It's all right there, isn't it?
It's all happened here, Rich. This hole has a memory. The first time we ever saw it on TV was in the 1991 Ryder Cup. And it was the deciding hole. So many of the best players in the world actually found water. For example, even just this finish. Remember Colin Montgomery playing Mark Calcavecchio? Colin Montgomery finished bogey, bogey, double bogey, bogey, and won all 4 holes. But this one, you just try and survive.
Talk about electrifying this crowd. How about that one? A bomb for birdie at 17. And that's going to move him to 8 under. Well, you know you're playing a great hole when Pete Dye, one of the greatest architects of all time and the man who dreamed up this magnificent ocean course here at Kiawah Island, when Pete Dye said, this is his favorite hole. Enjoy it. Is starting up the right side.
Don't you hate it? It was nearly going to be a perfect driving day until that one misses the fairway.
Okay, not a bad lead. That's a good shot. This from 7 feet. Yeah, that's a good putt. It is in for his par here at 18. And that will be a second straight round in the 60s. It is a 67 here in round 2. So after a wonderful Thursday and Friday of golf, our featured player is only a shot back at the end of day 2.
The end of 36 holes, but the beginning of the weekend, Rich, which, I mean, it's going to be exciting to say the least. Can they go all the way this week?
Till next time, for our entire cast and crew, I'm Rich Lerner. This has been a presentation of EA Sports PGA Tour Golf. So long, everybody. EA Sports and the PGA Tour are proud to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. From the Ocean Course at Kiawah Island Golf Resort, live third-round coverage of the Carolina Open. Well, if yesterday was any indication, we should be in for a memorable weekend of golf here as we take in the leaderboard on this Saturday. A former major champion, Keegan Bradley, is the leader. He's at 9 under. Meanwhile, our featured golfer, definitely in contention, just one shot back at the start of play. And that a wonderful tee shot. It's in the fairway here to get this Saturday started. Walking the course today, let's bring in Nota Begay III.
Coming at it from 116, pin sitting on the left half of the green.
And that ball looked good in the air. You'd like it to be a little closer, but still inside 40 feet. Just going to have to be careful with the lag putting.
Yeah, that's a pretty good putt. Just a little bit off the mark. Okay, that's in for par here at the first. And he's going to remain one shot off the pace. A big test awaits here at the par 5 second at 557 yards. Right-handed hitters will need to draw their tee shot into the fairway or tempt fate. Getting on in 2 will... I'll tell you what, that swing absolutely perfect. And a good result as well.
Now, this par 5 green is well protected. That's 2 good shots, but that bunker's there for a reason. Now, with some nifty sand play, we're looking at 4.
Okay, a good out, and that's what will remain for birdie. Right about 9 feet here to the hole. Yeah, well done. It's a birdie here at the second. And he'll move it to 1 under for his round. -9 for the tournament. Frank, why would the architect Pete Dye say this was one of the most unusual holes on the entire course?
Well, it's the shortest for a start. And just that green complex, Rich, the fact that it just falls away rapidly on all 4 sides of this green. That's what the architect wanted, and that's what the architect got.
And this, a tee shot that fits the eye, and that'll be just fine. A pretty ideal wedge distance here, 95 yards for his second. Nicely done. It is a par here at the third. And he'll remain 1 shot back. Now to the fourth, 484 yards at the far east end of the course. Locating the fairway off the tee is the key, as you'll need to avoid a couple of deep bunkers right, as well as that waist area left. Do that, and you'll have a good look at the green as you gaze out toward the Atlantic. This one's starting a little bit right. A left to right breeze, something to consider here as he eyes this second shot. Certainly had enough power, just didn't have any touch. But those are the shots that turn what you'd like to be a leisurely stroll out on the golf course into a day of hard work.
Yeah, what could have been a tap-in is now going to be a grind.
Oh, well, you hate to give one back on a putt like that. That one finished off. It is a bogey here at 4. And he'll fall back to 8 under par. Here we are now at the first par 3 on the course, 207-yard fifth. Massive green will entice you, but be careful. If you're on the wrong part of the putting surface, a 2-putt will be a challenge. Yeah, that one came in a little hot. It's safely on, but it'll be a long look coming up. Birdie putt coming up, but you gotta think anything inside of 7 or 8 feet here is pretty darn good. Yeah, from that far away, anything inside of 5 feet, it's pretty darn good. Yeah, that's good putt. It is a par here at the 5th, and he's going to stay 2 back. Pete Dye always felt that the best way to play this 6th hole, Frank, was right to left off the tee with the wind coming off your left shoulder. You agree with that? Is that the right way to go?
Yeah, I still think you've got to hit it down that left side. One of Pete Dye's sort of genius architectural traits is he forces you to aim what you think is in the right direction. Then when you get down there, you realize it's too far to one side. This looks like you should hit it down the right, but promise me, hit it down the right, you're going to be in the rough.
Gonna have to flight this a long way. His second out of the bunker.
So close. The strike wasn't too bad, just a little off line. And now, greenside bunker coming up.
Okay, not bad out of the sand, and that's what will remain, trying to grind out a par. Oh, maybe a misread there, and that curls by to the left. Okay, it's a bogey here at number 6. And that'll drop him back down to 7 under. Kiawah 7th is a par 5 measuring out at 579 yards. If he can take a drive over the edge of that right side bunker area, you'll have a good chance of getting on the green in 2. So that ball nestles down in the rough just got away a little bit on that tee ball. Really hit that second shot on the button to this par 5, but Frank couldn't get it to stop.
Yeah, too good, too long, sadly.
All right, not exactly what you're hoping for, but safely on the putting surface with birdie still in play. Oh, yes. Plenty of pace to get up that slope. It is in for a birdie. And he will definitely not say no to that. Second par 3 here on the front side. Frank, would you be happy walking off here with a 3? Or are you getting a little greedy here?
Hey, always greedy, but in the end, I'd certainly take a 3 more days than most. When you look at this green, just have another look and see the angle of it. The green actually angles to the right at about a 30-degree angle. That's actually what tricks most people out when they misread the wind.
That is going to miss off to the left, so now par going to be very difficult from there. Looking back up from behind the green, a second to this par 3. Okay, good roll there. It is a par here at the 8th. And he'll stay a couple of shots off the lead. The final hole on this front side is a right to left par 4 at 514 yards. A lone pot bunker right off the tee must be avoided. And most players will be left with a mid to long iron into a green with more than its share of humps and hollows. Just what you want at this point in the round. You're trying to find a rhythm, hit fairways, hit the middle of the club face. That's what they did right there. Now note his second from the fairway.
156 yards left, standing on even par, looking to go under for the day.
And that ball looked very good in the air. Just doesn't quite finish up that near to the flag, but still on the green.
Nope, good effort, but that's going to wander a few feet by. Just a tap in there for par at the 9th. And he'll go out in 36. It's an even par front side. The 10th hole at 447 yards has, like most of these holes, a few areas to avoid. The first is the steep-faced bunker right of the fairway, with the second being the large wash encircling the left-hand side on this sloped green.
Too strong for this hole, eh? Ran out of fairway and into the rough. Big hit, though. Awkward little bunker shot. Just splash it out, let the ball run towards the flag.
Boy, that was on an aggressive line. Couldn't quite get it to stop, and that will be left for par. Safely in. It's a par here at the 10th. And he's going to remain at 8 under. Par 5 11th, and another scoring opportunity here early on the backside, Frank.
This par 5, it looks very easy to hit it down the left side, but in actual fact, you've got to aim a little down the right side, and the reason why is this fairway actually kicks or cambers from right to left. So anything down the middle, chances are it's going to finish in the rough. Find the fairway, then this hole opens up.
Yeah, that one will chase down the fairway a little, and it'll wind up perfect. Really hit that second shot on the button to this par 5, but Frank couldn't get it to stop.
Yeah, too good, too long, sadly.
Yeah, big explosion, got it to stop quickly, and that will be a birdie opportunity coming up. You bet, a birdie here at the 11th. And he's worked it to 9 under par. Next up, the par 4 12th at 484 yards. The fairway here is one of the most generous on the course, but the closer you get to the hole, the more that lagoon and bunker start to make their presence felt. All right, in the fairway. From the fairway nota, this is second.
102 yards to the front, 108 to the hole, coming off a birdie at the previous hole, looking to go back to back.
I'm not quite sure that strike, whether they got it all, but ball's just come up a little shy. Outside chance for a birdie.
Nicely done. 2 straight birdies here early on this backside. And he gets it to 2 under for his round. 11 under now for the tournament. The 13th is a tough one. No two ways about it. Par 4 at 497 yards. And that lagoon that came into play near the green on 12, well, it's now a canal that borders the entire length of this 13th. The left side, no bargain either, with 4 deep pot bunkers greeting those who play a little too conservatively.
Drive down the left, flag on the left. That's not exactly the best mix, but pin is sort of middle left, so there's enough room to play with.
From the left side of this fairway, he'll look over his second.
Well, the ball is on the green. That's about all I can say with that. With a short wedge in hand, you'd expect that certainly be much closer than that.
Well judged. That is in for par here at 13. And he's going to remain at 10 under. Par 3 14th here at the Ocean Course. Just gorgeous, but it is treacherous. You're exposed to the wind up there on the green, and you might need to hit, I don't know about lumber, but low iron at a minimum, Frank. This is a great hole.
It certainly is. It can play as long as 240 yards, but it's one of those holes, too. If you were aware of the fact that most of the field's going to play it in 3.5 or 4 shots, you would take 3 every single day. Well, I'm going to tell you now, that's exactly what they do in this hole. Don't try and make it 2. Take a 3. You will gain on the field. Listening?
And that one not on the green, but not in a terrible spot either. Sitting up in the short grass.
Frank, how hard is the up and down from this spot?
Rich, the numbers don't lie. The best players in the world barely get it up and down 50% of the time from here. So that's the odds. Don't think they're stacked in your favor.
Just 5 feet left. But, and a par here at 14. And he'll stay right where he is.
The 15th is a par 4 at 466 yards. The landing area is a little more benign than some of the other par 4s on the course, but missing left up near the green is where the score could really start to add up. Yeah, all about hitting the fairway here, and that is right where you want to be.
Set up in the fairway, 200 yards from here.
Well, had a good look at the green, but couldn't cash it in the rough now, wondering what might have been. The touch, excellent effort behind the green, and that one goes down for an unlikely birdie. The final par 5 of the round comes here at the 16th. You'd be forgiven for turning this into a 3-shotter, because whatever you do, you will need to avoid that deep area left of the green. Turning out to be a wonderful Saturday of golf here, and this, another fine tee shot. Now a second from well over 300 yards. This will be about positioning.
Third shot, looking for a good one. Now a 7-footer.
Okay, didn't want to let that one get away. It is a par here at 16, and he's going to stay 2 clear of the field. Now to one of the most famous holes in recent major championship golf, the 17th, the par 3. And Frank, I don't want to plant seeds of doubt, but when I stare at this hole with the water, I'm thinking about disaster and calamity. It's all right there, isn't it?
It's all happened here, Rich. This hole has a memory. The first time we ever saw it on TV was in the 1991 Ryder Cup, and it was the deciding hole. So many of the best players in the world actually found water. For example, even just this finish. Remember Colin Montgomery playing Mark Calcavecchia? Colin Montgomery finished bogey, bogey, double bogey, bogey, and won all 4 holes. But this one, you just try and survive.
It's going to scoot a foot or 2 by. No problems there. That's a par here at 17. And this will stay a 1-shot lead. The S-shaped 18th at 505 yards, truly one of the great finishing holes in golf. Trouble lies right off the tee with dunes and bunkers there to penalize those trying to cut the angle, and then left up near the green if you let that final approach wander offline. All looks so simple when you're going good, doesn't it? And that is yet another solid drive.
So job one is completed and done well. That was a good drive, but Frank, there is a lot of work ahead here on this second shot.
Exactly right, Rich. After that tee shot, then you look at the second shot, what's up ahead, which is going to be another long approach shot to a green that, once again, does not sit straight in front of you. So you have to aim a little down that left side, just favor left of middle, and strike it.
We welcome in Iona Stephen. This, a putt for birdie.
Well, there's no doubt about it. This one will move from right to left. Not the biggest slope, but has to be considered.
Yeah, that's good pace. Just a little offline, but not too bad from that far away. Okay, a good putt for his par here at the 18th green. That will be a third straight round in the 60s. So our featured golfer going to be in that final group tomorrow, nursing a one-stroke lead through 54 holes.
And, Rich, there's the opportunity, too, tomorrow to look how the course is playing in the morning with all this sort of bonus TV coverage that we see these days. Or, for example, check into those ShotLink computers and see where the hardest holes are. Check that pin placement sheet, and then you've got a really good game plan when you get to tee off.
So, for Frank Nobilo, Nota Begay III, and Iona Stephen, I'm Rich Lerner. We'll see you next time on EA Sports PGA Tour Golf. EA Sports and the PGA Tour so proud to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. From Kiawah Island, just outside of Charleston, South Carolina, live final round coverage of the Carolina Open. Well, we have already seen 3 scintillating, sometimes spectacular rounds of golf. By the time twilight comes calling later today, we will have a champion as we check the Sunday leaderboard. Our leader here on this Sunday is our featured golfer. He's on top by 1 entering play. And that will be in the fairway. So a solid start here on this Sunday. So after the big drive, this, a short approach to the par 4. Okay, sensible play right there, and that one on deck. This is a 13-footer. Nope. Safely in. It's a par here at the first. And that's going to preserve this tenuous one-shot lead.
Frank, looking out onto that marsh, no doubt there are alligators roaming around. So it's a good time to remind our players that this is where they decide how much of that marsh they want to bite off with the tee shot here.
Yeah, I don't really advise biting too much off, Rich. This is almost an S-shaped par 5. I mean, there's a long run-up down that right side, so basically anything in a straight line, a good tee shot, still going to be able to reach.
Long drive, but a bad lie.
Wicked.
Excellent second shot here at the par 5. Frank, certainly a birdie is well within range.
Well, from that distance, that second shot, that's inside the PGA Tour standard, really. 2 super shots, and you're right. Outside chance for 3.
The speed was right what you want, but the eagle putt doesn't go down. Okay, no problems there. Finishing off a birdie at number 2. And he's going to get it to 1 under for his round and 12 under for the tournament. Up next, the 390-yard par 4 third, where you stand on an island-like tee, driving across the marsh to an extremely wide fairway. You have to be precise on your approach here because of the elevated tabletop green. Miss the putting surface, and par is a challenge. The wind starting to push this one a little left. The driving's been sensational all week, and here's another one that's going to set up nicely in the fairway. Little bit of an awkward distance for this, his second. Okay, that's acceptable there. Nota Begay down on 3 green to look at this putt for birdie.
And all things considered, he's in a pretty good spot. It might move gently to his right as it works back up the slope.
Got it there, but not quite on target. So that safely in. It's a par here at the third. And he'll remain at minus 12. Frank, a great designer like Pete Dye keeps you on your toes. So after the short third, you come to the long par 4 fourth. This is all you want, especially off the tee. You can let it rip.
You're right. It's a big par 4, that blind tee shot. That's one thing. Those bunkers down the right side. But if you don't find the fairway, irrespective of where that wind's coming from, you start having to zigzag your way around a hole that's nearly 500 yards long.
Another good drive. That's been a key, and a few more of those as this round goes along would do wonders in trying to hold on and win this tournament. Noticeable breeze coming right to left as he eyes his second.
It's a solid shot and a green in regulation, but a little away from the band.
A birdie putt down to Iona.
Yeah, this is a sweeping putt from left to right. It's going to do that pretty much the entire way as it trundles to the hole.
I think that's what you want to do. Good lag putt.
Yeah, they can't all go in.
Okay, that one finished off. It's a par here at 4, and he'll remain right where he is. Par 3 fifth here is 207 yards. It's one thing to hit the green, but it's another to navigate it. If you're on the wrong side, you might have a difficult time just 2-putting. And that one just gets knocked down by the breeze, and it'll wind up short of the green. Now, short-sided a bit as he sets up his second from left of the green. And this will be a 5-foot putt here. Oh, he's saying, where's the turn? It didn't move nearly as much as he anticipated. Okay, that one brushed in for bogey here at the 5th. And that'll drop him out of the top spot and leave him a shot back.
Pete Dye always felt that the best way to play this 6th hole, Frank, was right to left off the tee with the wind coming off your left shoulder. You agree with that? Is that the right way to go?
Yeah, I still think you've got to hit it down that left side. One of Pete Dye's sort of genius architectural traits is he forces you to aim what you think is in the right direction. Then when you get down there, you realize it's too far to one side. This looks like you should hit it down the right, but...
Maybe some frustrations taken out there after that last hole. That was a big swing, and it is going to be a big result. And he's set up for his second shot here, looking to knock it on the green.
Really nothing wrong with that approach shot. Just a little shy of where you'd like to finish up, but still one good putt, maybe a birdie.
Oh, no, I think he was about ready to walk that in. That looked on target the whole way. Safely in for par here at the 6th. And he's going to remain one shot off the pace. The 7th at 579 yards, par 5. Bunker will be on the mind throughout. First, you'll need to avoid one off the tee. Next, you'll need to avoid the long strip that hugs the left side of the fairway on your second. And for good measure, a moat of sand encircles the area left and beyond the green. Yeah, good swing and a good result, as that is safely into the fairway. Going to take a big poke to get there, but a chance with his second to the par 5.
Two shots around this green is always good. Now, for a little CVS, perhaps a third shot on this par 5, get one close, maybe make 4.
Okay, on the green, but that's going to leave a putt that will get your attention. Oh, how about it? A beauty there. It is in for a birdie, and he gets it to 12 under par.
Second par 3 here on the front side. Frank, would you be happy walking off here with a 3, or are you getting a little greedy here?
Hey, always greedy, but in the end, I'd certainly take a 3 more days than most. When you look at this green, just have another look. See the angle of it. The green actually angles to the right at about a 30-degree angle. That's actually what tricks most people out when they misread the wind.
And that one not on the green, but not in a terrible spot either. Sitting up in the short grass. A chance maybe to just throw something up high for his second.
Lovely pitch shot. Just nipped that ball off the turf. Just flew through the air beautifully. Sat down fairly quick as well. Good shot.
Okay, that in for par here at the 8th. And he'll stay right where he is. Hole number 9 here at the Ocean Course is a long par 4 at a robust 514 yards. Flat lies difficult to find anywhere from the rolling fairway to the undulating green. A 4, that's a great way to finish out this front side. No problems there. That's going to wind up safely in the fairway. Strong approach shot here at the 9th. And a good opportunity to finish this side with a birdie. Yep, that's nicely done. It's a birdie here at the 9th. And that's going to make this a 2 under 34 for the front side. The 10th hole now at 447 yards. Stop me if you've heard this before. Bunkers and waste areas abound along both sides of the fairway, leading to a shallow green, slanting from right to left.
Another great tee shot. By my count, only missed one fairway today, so that's 7 of 8. Easy to see that's the best way to play this golf course. And a good approach shot, just not quite as close as what you'd like, but still solid.
Birdie putt coming up, and we go to Iona Stephen.
And I think you need to start this one just outside the hole to the right and let that ball work its way slowly down the hill.
Yeah, that's a pretty good putt. Just a little bit off the mark. So that's in for par to start this backside. And the lead will remain 1. Par 5 11th and another scoring opportunity here early on the backside, Frank.
This par 5, it looks very easy to hit it down the left side. But in actual fact, you've got to aim a little down the right side. And the reason why is this fairway actually kicks or cambers from right to left. So anything down the middle, chances are it's going to finish in the rough. Find the fairway, then this hole opens up.
That is so well done, just generating so much torque through the swing, high launch angle. That was just about perfect. Well, just a good solid shot right there with that 3-wood, Frank.
That's an aggressive layup, really trying to force that 3-wood down and get it as close as possible to the green. That's 2 good shots if you can't reach the par 5.
And that's going to leave some work, but it'll end up okay. just going to sneak on by. So that brushed in for par here at 11. And that cushion's going to remain 2 shots. The 12th at 484 yards sometimes feels like 2 different holes wrapped into one. At the tee, all you're seeing is, a nice expansive fairway. But stand over your second, and you'll see that lagoon set right up on the edge of this green. No issues here. That is into the fairway. Here we go.
Leading is one thing, but hitting iron shots like that lead is going to increase.
Nothing to it. It's a birdie here at 12. And stop the presses if you've heard this before. He's well on his way to yet another victory on the year. 2021 PGA Championship. This par 4 13th hole was a nightmare for a number of players, including Louis Oosthuizen and the eventual champion, Phil Mickelson. What makes it so hard, Frank?
There's nothing comfortable on this hole, Rich. It's actually one of my favorite holes. And one of the reasons why, you see the sort of sandy bunkery area there on that left side, all perfectly in play for a tee shot. So now the decision is, do I hit it short of them? If I do, I have a longer second shot. Do I challenge them? Well, if I don't find the fairway, now I'm in bigger problems. And that's just the tee shot. The second shot, that water laps almost right up to that right edge of the green.
Oh, that is squeezing every inch of distance out of the golf swing. That was as powerful as you're going to see. And how about that for a nice approach from way out? That one finds the green, but a birdie putt on tap. Nicely done. 2 straight birdies here early on this backside. And after missing the cut in last week's event, what a turnaround as he tries to finish off a victory here. The first of our holes where that ocean really comes into view is this one, the par 3 14th. Go ahead, soak it all in, breathe that ocean air. It's nice, isn't it? But you'll need to snap to quickly because at 238 yards, this is no ordinary par 3. He might have been trying to land that over the flag and spin it back, but that just carried much too far.
The strike was fine on the pitch shot. Ball first, then turf. Just wasn't really hit hard enough.
Yes, a perfect read there. That is in to save par. And the lead's going to stay at 3. On to the 15th, a par 4 at 466 yards. Plenty of room in the fairway off the tee, making this definitely a second shot hole. Because trust me, you do not want to miss left and find yourself in a waste area you need a ladder to get in and out of. I'll tell you what, that swing absolutely perfect and a good result as well. From the fairway, Iona, this is second.
We're looking at 131 yards left to the flag, pin smack bang in the middle.
That's got to be disappointing. Good line in the fairway, and the approach winds up in the bunker. That one kind of took off on him. That'll happen sometimes coming out of the bunker, and that scoots right on by. Yes, well read there. That is in for par here at 15. And this will remain a 3-shot lead.
Final par 5 of the day here at the Ocean Course is the 16th. Frank, this was a pivotal hole down the stretch at the 2021 PGA Championship.
It certainly was reachable in the right conditions, but you look at that fairway, even though it's wide, it's split in 2 sections. The right side is the flat side and the top side. The left side of this fairway, it all runs down to the hill. You've got to be a little lucky, but good looking hole. That green sitting up on the top of the hill as well, with huge sandy area on the left. So if anything, just respect the right side when you're coming into this par 5 green. But remember, you are playing a great par 5.
Ooh, some big drives today. That might be the biggest of the bunch. So in the fairway, but a pretty good number to carry here for a second to the par 5. Had half the equation on that shot. The distance, not quite the accuracy. Missed it a hair to the right.
Yeah, not quite a foul ball. Kept it in the ballpark, and, well, let's see how good you can chip.
Not much to this one. It's for birdie. That a pure roll there. That is down for a birdie here at 16. And it may be all about style points now. It's a 4-shot cushion with 2 holes left to play. This is another of Pete Dye's toughest holes, the par 3 17th. It can get stretched out close to 240 yards in length. It's got a green that's nearly 50 yards in length. It's got water. It's got bunkers. It's got it all. Well, that ball got caught in the breeze, and it was just along for the ride. Much too firm there. He's been good all day around the greens. This is second.
Well, it is a game of touch. It is evidence right there when your touch is out. What a difference it makes. That ball went a long way past.
This would be a bonus from 25 feet away. Nope. That one finished off for bogey here at 17. And now the lead's down to 2 with 1 hole to play.
Time to get it to the house. Here we are at the par 4 18. Look, championship level golf. Frank, you know this. You contended at the majors. You want a hard-earned par on that final hole. And this is every bit of it.
And more, that's for sure, too. When you stand on this tee, it's over 500 yards long as par 4. And to remember the rest of the golf course, you are finishing a round on the longest championship golf course in the history of the game.
Yes, step one out of the way. It is in the fairway at 18. One more good approach shot could just about seal it.
So job one is completed and done well. That was a good drive, but Frank, there is a lot of work ahead here on this second shot.
Exactly right, Rich. After that tee shot, then you look at the second shot, what's up ahead, which is going to be another long approach shot to a green that, once again, does not sit straight in front of you. So you have to aim a little down that left side, just favor left of middle, and stripe it.
So this for a finishing birdie at 18.
And he's seemingly had no problem with his reads all round long, so this shouldn't be.
Not quite on line, and that'll drift a couple feet by. So a tap in there. That's for par at the last. And that will be a great final round score of 68. Frank, this was a gritty, determined performance. Our featured golfer taking everybody's best shot and still walking away with a two-shot win.
Yeah, it looks sort of quite comprehensive, didn't it? But two shots when you think about it. When you look on the whole week in retrospect, it's not much to spare. But still, they got the job done and were by far the best player in the field.
So for Frank Nobilo, Notable Gay III, Iona Stephen, and a cast of hundreds, I'm Rich Lerner. You've been watching PGA Tour Golf on EA Sports. So long, everyone.